Practice test number 1. Section 1, Listening Comprehension. In this section of the test, you will demonstrate your ability to understand conversations and talks in English. There are 3 parts to this section, with different directions for each part. Answer all the questions according to what the speakers say or imply. When you take the actual TOEFL test, you will not be allowed to take notes or write in your test book. Try to work on this sample test in the same way. Part A. Directions. In Part A, you will hear 2 people having short conversations. After each conversation, you will hear a question. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers and choose the best answer. Then, on one of the answer sheets at the back of this book, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Listen to an example. On the recording you hear,
"Let's go for a walk in the park, Jim."
I'd love to, but I'm beat.
"What does the man say?" In your book you read, A. He is too tired to walk in the park. B. He agrees to go walking in the park with her. C. He is not Jim. His name is Pete. D. He doesn't know what to do. You learn from the conversation that the man is beat, an idiomatic expression meaning very tired. Therefore, the best answer to the question, "What does the man say?" is A.
Question number 1.
You've got a wonderful apartment.
That's what you're saying now, but you should have seen it when we moved in.
What does the woman imply about the apartment? Question number 2.
I was calling about the job application I submitted on Monday.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry. We're looking for someone with more experience.
What did the man say? Question number 3.
If anyone calls for me, tell them I'm not in.
Even if it's your mother?
What does the woman imply? Question number 4.
The soccer game was rained out today.
Well, I'm not much for watching sports anyway.
What does the man mean? Question number 5.
If you want to buy beer, you'll need to prove that you're 21.
I guess I must look younger than I am.
What does the woman say about her appearance? Question number 6.
You really can't throw very well. I don't think you can be on the team unless you improve.
I'm afraid I'm very bad at playing sports.
What describes the man? Question number 7.
Look, the pond is frozen. It's perfect weather for skating. I want to go right now.
Don't you think it's a bad idea to go alone?
What would the woman suggest? Question number 8.
Isn't this place a good value?
Unfortunately, they don't bring you your food when it's hot.
Where did this conversation take place? Question number 9.
Say, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Last semester we both took European history. Don't you remember?
What does the woman mean? Question number 10.
Jeremy loves to play soccer, so I had his brother go to a store in the suburbs and get him this great soccer ball.
That's great. Do you think Jeremy will let me borrow it sometime?
Whom is the soccer ball for? Question number 11.
I would have called if I had thought it would help.
Oh well. Thanks anyway for thinking of us.
What does the woman say about the man's call? Question number 12.
Watch out for that low overpass.
I see it. We can clear it, no problem.
Where does this conversation probably take place? Question number 13.
I'm so unhappy with my test results.
Well, I'm not exactly dissatisfied with mine. And anyway, there's always next time.
What does the man say about his test results? Question number 14.
Did you see that bird fly right past us?
No, I was having enough trouble just walking down the trail.
Where does this conversation probably take place? Question number 15.
How was your trip to the state park?
What a great place!
What does the woman say about her trip? Question number 16.
Did you find it expensive to vacation in Europe?
Not really. Once you get to know it, you learn how to save money.
What does the man mean? Question number 17.
Chris has a really neat car, doesn't she?
Are you kidding? I'd die for a car like that.
What does the woman mean? Question number 18.
I don't like it when Joe puts ketchup on his steak.
Why?
What does the man want to know? Question number 19.
I got a great deal on these books.
Yes, I believe this one has been out of print for years.
What does the woman mean? Question number 20.
Do you think I could borrow $10 until Thursday?
Why not? It's no big deal.
What does the man say about the money? Question number 21.
These are the most extensive notes I've ever seen.
I know. I had Sally take them for me.
What does the woman mean? Question number 22.
That's the best beef we've ever had in the dining hall.
Isn't it, though?
What does the man imply? Question number 23.
That's a great sweater. Did it take you long to make it?
I can't knit a thing. I had it made for me.
What does the woman say about the sweater? Question number 24.
How was your date with Kelly last night?
Well, let me say I've had worse.
What does the man think about the date? Question number 25.
Excuse me, but why are these things just standing in the middle of the floor?
This pair of lamps goes over there, up against the wall.
What are the man and woman discussing? Question number 26.
Were you finally able to get into that calculus class?
Yeah, much to my regret.
What does the man mean? Question number 27.
I brought over a little something for you to eat.
A little something? You brought the whole farm.
What does the woman imply? Question number 28.
Hey, you can't leave your car in that spot. The lot's closed.
Oh, come on. How about if I pay you double?
Where does the conversation take place? Question number 29.
Well, to be or not to be, that's the question.
Yeah, thanks, Shakespeare.
How does the woman feel about the man? Question number 30.
What's the matter with you lately? You look terrible.
Oh, nothing much. I'm just a little homesick.
What is wrong with the man?
Part B. Directions. On this part of the test, you will hear slightly longer conversations. After each conversation, you will hear several questions. Neither the conversations nor the questions will be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in this book and choose the best one. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Remember that you cannot take notes or write on the test pages in any way.
Questions 31 through 34 are based on the following talk.
I'm Janie Foster's father. I got a call that she'd been in an accident. Is she all right?
Oh, yes, Mr. Foster. As I said on the phone, it's nothing serious. She was more frightened than hurt. We'd like your permission to take a couple of x-rays, though, just to be absolutely sure.
Of course. Can you tell me how it happened?
Apparently, she was coming down that steep hill near the school. She couldn't stop her bike in time when the light changed. The driver saw her coming and stopped in the intersection, but she coasted right into his car.
Great. I'll probably wind up paying for damage to the car. Can I see her now?
Surely. She's in the waiting room telling some other patients about her mishap. Come this way.
Question number 31. Whom are the man and woman talking about? Question number 32. What injuries occurred in the accident? Question number 33. What caused the accident? Question number 34. Besides the girl's health, what concerns the man? Questions 35 through 38 are based on the following talk.
I really enjoyed your performance. I'm a big opera fan.
Oh, thank you very much. Did you see the entire opera tonight?
No, I was late because of work, but I did catch your solo.
What did you think of it?
Oh, it was marvelous. I love the sound of your voice. I have to say, though, that you sounded a bit hoarse. Are you having throat trouble?
Yes, I've got a bit of a cold. I didn't know it was that noticeable.
Probably only to fans like me who've heard you over the years.
Question number 35. What is the man's occupation? Question number 36. What is wrong with the man? Question number 37. What did the woman think of the man's performance? Question number 38. How much of the opera did the woman watch?
Part C. Directions. On this part of the test, you will hear several talks. After each talk, you will hear some questions. Neither the talks nor the questions will be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in this book and choose the best one. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have selected. Here is an example. On the recording, you hear,
The largest bipedal carnivorous animal which ever existed was Carcharodontosaurus saharicus, a name meaning shark-toothed dinosaur of the Sahara. Measuring 45 feet long, with 5-inch teeth, this species in fact was only discovered just a couple of years ago when an American paleontologist came across a partially exposed skull in the Sahara Desert part of Morocco. Carcharodontosaurus saharicus, or CS as it is affectionately called, is related to the famous Tyrannosaurus rex, but outsizes its cousin by an average of 6 feet in length. Both of these monsters lived during the late Cretaceous period, or about 96 million years ago. In a sense, CS is a missing link in the dinosaur world, because fossil records of this type of bipedal carnivore had been found on every continent but Africa.
Now listen to a sample question. What would be a good title for this talk? In your book you read, A. Dinosaurs of the Sahara. B. Tyrannosaurus rex. C. A new species of dinosaur. D. Bipedal carnivorous dinosaurs. The best answer to the question, what would be a good title for this talk, is C. A new species of dinosaur. Remember, you should not take notes or write on your test pages.
Questions 39 through 42 are based on the following English lecture.
Good morning. Let's continue our talk about Harriet Beecher Stowe. Though today she is known primarily for her anti-slavery novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, she was popular in her day for other novels as well. In these books, she portrayed the 19th century New England middle class. These novels, a number of religious poems, and articles written for housekeeping magazines form her body of work. It's enough to fill 16 volumes, but only a small part of it is still read today. After teaching in a school managed by her sister, Harriet moved to Cincinnati with her father. There he became head of a seminary. She was greatly influenced by her father's violent opposition to slavery. In 1852, after publishing Uncle Tom's Cabin in an abolitionist newspaper, she became active in the anti-slavery movement. Though Uncle Tom's Cabin was run in an abolitionist newspaper, she claimed it was not abolitionist propaganda. Harriet even claimed that the book was not directed against the South. Her most risky venture was begun after the Civil War. She bought a plantation to help the newly freed blacks. However, the farm was an economic failure. So too was her own economic life, for neither her husband's salary nor her own earnings were large enough to support a happy and comfortable existence.
Question number 39. What is Harriet Beecher Stowe most famous for today? Question number 40. Which of the following adjectives best characterizes Harriet Beecher Stowe? Question number 41. When did Harriet Beecher Stowe buy a plantation? Question number 42. What claim did Harriet Beecher Stowe make about Uncle Tom's Cabin? Questions 43 through 46 are based on the following commercial.
There are places you can go for a pound of spaghetti for $5.95. There are also places you can go for a pound of lobster for $12.95. But in how many places can you find a pound of lobster for $5.95? Just one. That's Dan's place on the tip of Cape Lynn right off Route 98. If you're looking for white tablecloths, fancy dishes, and imported wines, you'll be happier somewhere else. But if you're looking for some really good food at really good prices, then Dan's Place is the place for you. We're not fancy, but we're a lot of fun. We carry a full range of seafood and freshwater fish. We also offer vegetable platters for the vegetarians and pitchers of beer for the beer drinkers. What's more, we make some of the best homemade pies east of the Mississippi. So just hop into your car and don't leave the kids home. Remember, Dan's has a special junior menu with junior prices.
Question number 43. What special offer or selling point does Dan's restaurant make in its commercial? Question number 44. What type of food does Dan's specialize in? Question number 45. Which word best describes the atmosphere at Dan's Place? Question number 46. What item is not found on the menu? Questions 47 through 50 are based on the following talk.
In 1846, Englishman William J. Toms defined folklore as manners, customs, observances, superstitions, ballads, proverbs, etc. of the olden time. But folklore doesn't happen only in the distant past. As we go about our lives, forming and participating in different groups and activities, we create modern-day folklore. The folklore of the United States can be described as a convergence of cultures and an exchange of many folk traditions. In New York City, for instance, cultures interact constantly. At the city's West Indian Day Parade, celebrants dance down the avenues to the beat of reggae and soca. In many neighborhoods, Hasidic Jews walk around wearing the distinctive black hats and clothing of their ancestors and speaking with a New York accent. At the Puerto Rican Day Parade, marchers wave cardboard machetes. The machete, a large metal knife used for chopping sugar cane, symbolizes the independent spirit of farmers on the island of Puerto Rico.
Question number 47. What is the main subject of the passage? Question number 48. In which of the following classes would this lecture most likely be given? Question number 49. Which location is mentioned as a place where many cultures come together? Question number 50. What does the machete symbolize for farmers in Puerto Rico?